Hey guys, it's Andrew and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to review the Miss USA 2023 pageant. The 2023 Miss USA pageant took place on September 29th at 8 p.m. on the CW. It was broadcast from Reno Tahoe, Nevada, and this was kind of a big deal. We have a new ownership again, and this is the first time since 2019 that the pageant was broadcast nationally on the CW, and it was supposed to be really fun, and it was. But one thing I noticed about this pageant, it was very bare bones and very simple. Don't get me wrong, she put on an amazing show given the time that they were given, but it was just kind of straight to the point and straightforward, and some people may like that. I personally like the showmanship and like all the fun that is in a pageant. One of my pageant friends pointed out that there were no performers this year, and honestly I didn't notice when I was watching the pageant, but then when I looked back it was like, oh, there were no performers, and they also didn't do the swimsuit parade or the evening gown parade with the contestants that had been eliminated after the first cut, which again isn't bad. It could just be somebody's taste, but I've always liked those moments because those women work so hard to get to that stage. The least they can do is get to showcase their swimsuit and evening gown on stage and kind of have a bit of a moment. The pageant was hosted by Kelty Knight and Adrienne Allen Houghton, and I think they did pretty well. They're both professionals, they both work in the industry. I believe they're both at E. I should have confirmed that before I started filming, but anywho, they did well and they kept the night going. And Miss USA 2022 Morgan Romano and Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise star Jordan Kimball were the backstage hosts. Jordan and Morgan did well, and it was nice seeing the reigning title holder so involved in the production, because usually you see her once on stage when they do kind of like a catch-up interview and then during her final look and then crowning the new winner. So I did like that she was very involved in the show, and I like that trend and I hope that continues. One thing I noticed that I didn't love was, as somebody who, follows the pageants, I noticed that the production of Miss USA was exactly like Miss Teen USA 2023, to the T. The same video packages, the same format. Obviously the hosts change and obviously the contestants are different too, but it was the exact same thing. Commercial breaks were the same, we got brought back at the same video, and again, could have been simply a time thing, but it would have been nice to see a variety, maybe a different order if you're going to show the same things. Can you tell I work in television? It was nice. I think it'll only get better from here. So the 51 delegates competed in the preliminary swimsuit and evening gown competition on the 28th before Miss Teen USA broadcast. That, along with their private interviews, determined the top 20. And the top 20 are Illinois, District of Columbia, Texas, California, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Hawaii, New Jersey, Florida, Alabama, Virginia, South Carolina, Utah, Arkansas, Nevada, North Carolina, Washington, Wisconsin, Maryland, and New Mexico. So New Mexico was the fan vote. She won the popular vote. So interesting thing they did this year, and they've done it in the past before, that all 20 semifinalists got to compete in swim and evening gown. I'm not a huge fan of this format. I get why they do it, but I do like that 20 to 10 to 5 or 15 to 10 to 5. I like having that cut in between. So my personal best in swimsuit was Miss Utah, and my personal best in evening gown was Pennsylvania. I really loved how they had the hood and then she kind of knocked it back. It was really cool, and the dress just filled with air and filled up the whole stage while she was walking, which was really beautiful. So after that, we went from 20 to 5. And like I said, I'm not a fan of this, but it happened. So top 5 were Wisconsin, Texas, Utah, Hawaii, and Pennsylvania. So instead of doing 2 rounds of questioning, they all got asked the exact same question. Well, first they were kind of asked to loosen them up, how their spirits are and their nerves, which was nice, but Kelty asked them the exact same way each time. which is fine. You know, I wish there was a bit of variety, like, oh, how are your spirits right now? And the next girl, oh, are you nervous? You know, just to switch it up. But maybe she was just following what was impromptu, or you're nervous. I don't know. It was fine. So they asked them that to loosen them up. And then they got their final question, which was, as the brand ambassador for Miss USA, what will be your contribution? And this question is interesting. It's kind of, I feel like, almost open-ended, and it allows for the woman answering the question to spin it any way she would like to and focus on any area of her philanthropy, on her background, or whatever she wants to showcase about herself to the judges, which was cool. And I think next year I would like to see some more political questions, because in reality, a Miss USA, yes, she's going to be talking about herself, but she's going to be doing a lot of philanthropy work, a lot of lobbying. She's going to be going to all these places and speaking on these causes. So it would have been nice to hear opinions on a specific cause. But I think this was a great introductory question. And I just wish it would maybe be in an interview series. Based on their responses, I really liked Wisconsin's delivery. She knew immediately what she wanted to say, and she went right into it and gave a full and complete answer. And I really liked her ending line where she was saying she's ready to get to work tomorrow morning. That was really cool, and I thought that was a great way to wrap it up. I also really liked Hawaii and Utah's answers. They all did great. They're all there for a reason. So after the question round, our top 5 did their final looks, which is the last chance for the judges to see them on stage and kind of picture them as Miss USA. So then it was time for Morgan Romano, Miss USA 2022, to take her final walk as Miss USA. And this is also kind of her victory walk as well. A lot of you know that Morgan Romano was first runner-up at Miss USA 2022, and the original Miss USA was Arbany Gabriel, who then went on to win Miss Universe 2022. So Morgan was asked to step in and complete the Miss USA reign, and I think she did a fantastic job given the circumstances of her reign. You know, possibilities are endless, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Morgan. So quickly before we go into the crowning of the new Miss USA, wanted to give a quick shout out, congratulations to the new Miss Teen USA. Uma Sofia Srivastava of New Jersey won the title on Thursday, September 28th, making her the first woman from New Jersey to win a national title, which was amazing and such a huge accomplishment. And me being an East Coaster in Connecticut, I was very excited to see her win. Speaking of Connecticut, I do also want to send a huge congratulations to my friend, Miss Connecticut USA, Carla Aponte Roque, for doing so well at Miss USA. She placed in the top 20 and represented us very well. And if you guys are interested in getting to know Carla a little more, check out my interview that her and I did a couple of days before she left for Miss USA to compete. So again, congratulations, Carla. You did amazing. You did us proud. All right, now it's time for the crowning. So the 4th runner-up was Texas. The 3rd runner-up was Pennsylvania. The 2nd runner-up was Wisconsin. So we're down to Hawaii and Texas. And when I tell you they milked this moment, they milked this moment. It was, you saw Miss Virginia laughing in the background because they were waiting so long. So you felt the tension in that room. They waited for a long time. But eventually it was announced that Miss USA 2023 was Utah, bringing the crown to Utah for the first time since 1960. Nalia Voigt is now Miss USA 2023, and I think she won it, or I think I knew that it was gonna be her when she walked out in swimsuit. And I'm one of those believers in the moment, and she just had one of those moments where it was just like, oh, there she is. There's Miss USA. So I'm very excited to see her reign and how she does, and she's going to do an amazing job representing us at Miss Universe. So that's it for this review video. I know I didn't do any prediction videos for Miss USA. I was thinking about doing something a little different with my Miss USA content, and you got a little peek of that in my previous video, my interview with Carla, Miss Connecticut USA. So if you are a reigning pageant queen in the USA system and are interested in doing a similar style interview, obviously I'm in Connecticut and you might not be, But if you're interested in doing any kind of sit-down Zoom interview, I really kind of want to get to know you. So definitely reach out to me via DM. My social media links are down below, and I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to hit subscribe. And again, my social media links are down below. And I will see you guys very soon for Miss Universe content. Bye.